Hey guys, so I thought I'd come at you and show you some of the things that I've been eating during my no spend challenge when I've remembered to film it. So I've been really bad about remembering to film the stuff that I'm making. So this definitely isn't everything. I think the biggest thing I forgot to put in here was one of the first meals I made during no spend. I just grilled up some chicken and I made some homemade beans and Spanish rice. And we had like taco plates, so all the fixins for tacos, but without tortillas. So I don't have any footage of that, but pretty much every other like real meal that I've made for dinner, I've filmed here. I've also included my grocery shops that I've done to date. So this is part one. I'll do a part two. The other thing is this is not what I eat in a day style, so I haven't included my lunches and snacks. If you've watched my weekly updates, then you know that for lunch, I'm doing just a protein shake every day, and I haven't deviated from that. So there's really not much to see. And then snack varies, but I would say most days it's either a Built Bar or a like some cheese and crackers or a string cheese and like a turkey jerky stick type thing. So not too much variation there, not that interesting. I thought it would be more fun to show you what I'm cooking during this time. So I hope you enjoy. And one other note, I'm not showing you the same thing over and over again when I'm eating the leftovers for these things. So the leftovers definitely go a long way, and sometimes I've mixed and matched them. So you're only seeing things when I'm making them and then we eat them that night. There's obviously many more days of eating than what you're seeing in this video, but it's just that I've been eating either leftovers of these things most of the time, or every now and then I'll have like one random, like one-off type thing from my freezer. If you want to see a nearly complete collection of what I've been eating, go check out my Instagram. It's always linked down below. I've been posting like almost every day. I think there's only 3 days that I've missed. Just a collage at the end of every day of what I ate that day. So you can see a complete collection there. Hey guys, so let me take this off. I just did my first grocery shop since I started my no spend. Don't mind my skin. It's I tried a new face wash the other day and it totally irritated my skin, so it's still healing from that. But I'm here to tell you that I just did my first grocery shop of my no spend challenge. I am 1 week in. Today's day 7 of my no spend, and I haven't spent any money up until today, so I want to show you what I bought. Okay, so first I'll show you my receipt to show you that I spent only $7.89, so that's well within budget. And I rode, you guys look how cute my bike is. Rode my bike here, so that was fun. So I bought some little cherry tomatoes, multicolor, and then something that I really didn't need for what I'm making tonight, but I thought would be nice, is I bought a couple of avocados because I am below budget and I love avocados. They were on sale 2 for $4, so I went ahead and got those. So tonight for dinner we're having a chopped salad, so I'm going to use these, and I'll show you what that looks like when it's ready. A beautiful day. I'm on my bike. Life is good. So for dinner tonight we're having a chopped salad, and I don't have the most beautiful setup here, but I'm going to show you. I'm really excited about this dinner. So this is just a bag of hearts of romaine that I had in the fridge that are kind of on its last legs, so I chopped those up real fine. I've got tomatoes down here. Those are just for me. My roommate doesn't eat tomatoes. And then we've got onions, avocado, marinated artichoke, ham, diced salami, some garbanzos. This is a homemade vinaigrette that I made. And then back here we've got some shredded mozzarella and a block of Parmesan Reggiano here. I think these salads are going to be very, very tasty. Here's the finished product. Looks delicious. Also had half a roll left over, so I made some garlic bread with that. And I'm pretty excited to eat this. Dinner tonight is leftovers, but I forgot to show you guys this when I made it the other day, so I'm showing it to you now. Very simple. I just grilled up some sausages. These are pineapple sausages that I got at Costco in a multi-pack a while back and froze. So I threw those in the grill, and then this is just Trader Joe's cauliflower mash that I heated up in the microwave, and then I just thickened it up with a little bit of glucomannan. I don't know about you guys, but my biggest issue with cauliflower mash is that it's always really watery. So I added the glucagon in, and that helped thicken it up to give it a better consistency. Like you can see, it kind of holds its own. And then I added some ranch seasoning, and that's dinner. It's about as simple as it gets. All right, so you can see my bag here, and I just got a couple of things for this week. First thing, I got a cucumber. I'm gonna make falafel this week, and I want to have like a little cucumber salad to go with it. So I got the cucumber, and then here it is. I also bought a red onion. Could have made it with white onion, which I have at home, but I had plenty of extra money in the budget this week because I didn't spend any money last week, and the week before I think I only spent like $7 and change. So I was like, you know what, we'll spring for the red onion because it's going to make the salad look nicer, and that's important to me. So red onion. I want to say the cucumber was like 55 cents. This was 85 cents. I'll show you my receipt when I'm done. I also bought a can of garbanzo beans. That was 49 cents. I'm going to make some hummus when I make those falafel. And then I just got a bag of hearts of romaine just to make salads to go with stuff. I'm actually having leftovers tonight, but I thought it would be nice to have a salad with that. Then I got a thing of plain Greek yogurt. I normally buy the Faye brand, but Chobani had a 50 cents off coupon that made this cheaper, so I went for that. And then the last thing I bought I really didn't need and probably is not super consistent with no spend, but it was such a good deal I couldn't pass it up, which was these boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Normally $2.99 a pound, but they had this $4 off for a pretty small package. So I got this whole thing, almost 3 pounds of chicken, for $4.79. So obviously that's a really good deal. And that's the one thing I am really light on. I do have a little bit of chicken in my freezer, but I think I have like 2 chicken breasts left. And I have a couple of meals I'd like to make that use chicken. So this gives me just more variety in what I make. And I think I'm going to keep the no spend going past 30 days because I've been doing really, really well with it. So this will come in handy. I'll probably, when I get home, break this out, pull one of the chicken breasts out and freeze it on its own because I'm going to use that for making a Thai curry, and then the other 3, because there are 4 breasts in here, marinate the other 3 and freeze those, and then I'll do grilled chicken one night. So here's my receipt so you can see what I spent. You can see my discounts on there, and then I used my Target Red card, so I got an additional 5% off, and I think I got a 5-cent discount for using my reusable bag. So that brought me to $13.09 total. So that's well within budget. Like I said, I didn't spend any money last week, and I still had, $2 left from the week before. So still well under budget, even with sort of splurging on a couple of things. So when I actually make something, I will show you. Hey guys, so tonight we're making falafel for dinner. So I thought I'd show you how to do this. This is honestly like the easiest meal. I'm just using Trader Joe's falafel mix, so that's why it's so easy. And let's see, what are the stats on this? So for 1/3 cup of dry mix, which it says makes about 3 little falafels. This is not a low carb meal, by the way. But so for 1/3 cup of mix, which you just mix it with water, that's 180 calories, 2 grams of fat, 28 grams of carbs, 9 of which are fiber, and 12 grams of protein. So, not something to eat all the time, especially if you're on low carb, but definitely something you can enjoy occasionally. So it just looks like this. If you've never had falafel before, it's basically made with like dried and ground chickpeas, fava beans, and spices and garlic and yummy stuff like that. So that's what it is. It's pretty tasty. So the first step we're going to do here is we basically just mix a cup of this mix with 3/4 cup of water, and then you need to let it sit for about an hour. So we're going to do that, and then I'll come back at you. And we're also, to go with this, so this is a 1/4 cup measuring spoon thing that I have here. So I'm going to do 4 of these for a cup. And then we're just gonna mix in 3/4 of a cup of water. And then when we're done with this, we're gonna get started on a element of the salad we're making to go with this, which is a cucumber and marinated red onion salad. So we're gonna make those marinated red onions. And that's gonna have like a Greek yogurt, almost tzatziki style dressing on it, which we'll make a little bit later. But I just wanna get these two things going since they need to sit for a little bit before we cook them. So literally just a cup of the mix with 3/4 of a cup of water. Yep, that's right. You just kind of have to work this in there. It's pretty easy, it doesn't get too clumpy. As you can see, it's kind of coming together. And then as this sits, it will firm up a little bit more. And then traditionally falafels are fried, but I'm going to bake these because that is healthier. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna let this sit. I'm gonna cover it and let that sit. And then next we're going to get started on our marinated red onions. So I've got this red onion here. You saw me buy this the other day. You could totally do this with white onions, but I am kind of a snob about wanting my food to look nice. And especially this is just gonna be in like a little salad that's just cucumbers, red onions, and the dressing. And a white onion would just blend into that. So I wanted something that's a little bit prettier to look at. I'm only gonna do half of these. And again, I'm gonna grab another one of my handy Pyrex bowls. I don't know about you guys. I've had this set of Pyrex since I was like 18 and it has served me really well. I love these Pyrex bowls just with the lids. I actually transitioned away from all plastic like food storage a couple of years ago, and I already had these Pyrex mixing bowls and storage bowls, but then I got a bunch of Snapware and some more Pyrex, and it's just really handy. Don't mind my cat in the background there. It's almost dinner time around here for her, and she's a cat who loves her food. She takes after her mother. All right, so those are done. Now we'll make our marinade, which is really easy. This is just gonna be a 1/4 cup of avocado oil. You could also use olive oil or just kind of whatever your go-to oil is. I typically use avocado oil in place of anything that calls for olive oil, other than something where you're like really eating the olive oil as a main component. Like if you're dipping bread in olive oil or something, I'll use a good quality olive oil. And then I'm gonna use about a teaspoon and a half of rice vinegar. Red wine vinegar would be better, but I don't have any red wine vinegar. That's actually 2 teaspoons, but that's fine. Anyway, I don't have any red wine vinegar, but I do have rice vinegar, so that's what we're using. And then lastly, some Greek oregano. Regular oregano is fine, but I happen to have Greek oregano, which actually is great for this recipe since it is like a Greek type salad. I'm gonna do about 1.5 teaspoons of this. So that was kind of a heaping one, and then about a half. And then I'll add some salt to this and some pepper. Let's pour some salt. And some pepper. Sorry about my cat, guys. And then we're just gonna mix that all together. Taste it. Pretty good. I'm gonna throw a little bit more vinegar in there. I like a nice tangy tangy marinade for the onions. I love like pickled vegetables with things.
I used to do a meal kit box. What did I do? I can't even remember which ones. I've done all of them. But there were one or two of them I did that one of their little tricks for boosting flavors, they'd have you like pickle these like jalapenos or something that you were going to be having with your meal. And you just do it with like a little bit of lime juice. Oh, lemon juice, that's what I forgot. Give me a second. Guys, I forgot the lemon juice. Okay, guys, so this is half a lemon that I squeezed a little bit out earlier, but not much. I made some hummus earlier, so we're going to put it in it. I didn't show you that because hummus is like the easiest thing in the world to make. You can just Google a recipe. I have a Vitamix, so that's what I made it in. But yeah. Adding some lemon juice here. I think I'm going to need a little bit more. I got another lemon. Alright, got this little tiny lemon here. That should be perfect. These are actually, my best friend's mom gave us a bunch of lemons. I guess her friend had a bunch of lemons on her tree in her yard and didn't know what to do with them, so gave like 4 flats of them to my friend's mother, and she used as many as she could, and I was like, you guys actually take these lemons. So do not have to use for the same lemons.
Alright, so I just added the juice of about a lemon and a half in there. I'm just gonna rinse off this same little spatula that I used for the falafel. Incorporate that lemon juice in here, and then I'll add the rest of the onions. These will get mixed into the salad at the end. It's just, like I said, a little cucumber salad with a Greek yogurt dressing. So that's it for now. Okay, so we're back. It's been about an hour, and we have our falafel mix here. You can see it's really like thickened up. So basically, we're just gonna scoop this into balls and bake them. So I have here a grease baking sheet. I'm just cooking these in my toaster oven. So I mean, that's why it's this small one, so I'm not making a ton of these because it's just for myself and my best friend slash roommate. So I like mine flat. You can bake them as balls, but I don't know, I kind of like mine flat. So pretty simple, literally just roll these out just the same way you would cookie dough, but I'm just flattening mine out. So that was it, super easy. I have a preheated oven going at 350, and we're gonna bake these for 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so our falafel is in the oven. Now we're gonna make our salad. So I'm actually not gonna assemble this yet. I'm gonna assemble it at the last minute, but I'll show you all the parts. So first we're gonna make our dressing. This is about a cup, I didn't actually measure, of plain Greek yogurt. And then I'm going to add to that, this is 2 tablespoons of garlic that I minced. I spared you guys from having to watch me mince the garlic because it's not that interesting. And then to that, we will add some lemon juice. So I have yet another lemon here. Just gonna squeeze that in. It's probably more than I needed. And some pepper. I'm not gonna add any salt to this yet, unless I feel like it really needs it. And then I'm gonna give that a quick mix just to get some of the lemon juice incorporated. And then the last thing I'm gonna add to this is dill. You can definitely use fresh dill, that's preferred, or you could use dried. This is the, I think it's like freeze-dried. Yeah, freeze-dried dill. You buy this in the refrigerated section at the grocery store. It's usually sold with the herbs. But I like this for dill specifically. I don't think it works great for other things like cilantro that really need to be fresh, but it really does work for dill because you get a more vibrant flavor than you do with dried, but it has all the convenience of dried. So I don't know, that's probably about a tablespoon I'm gonna add in here and give it a mix. I think that should be plenty. Yeah. And just mix this all up, and then we'll give it a taste and see if it needs anything else. I'm making kind of a large batch of this because I also want to just be able to use it as like a side dipping sauce with the falafel. Right. So that tastes pretty good. It does need a little bit of salt. So let's see how that tastes with the added salt. All right, so that's perfect. So our dressing for the salad is done. I'm gonna set that aside. And basically when dinner's actually ready, I will throw this all together. So this is just sliced cucumbers. I did half an English cucumber because I do not want to have leftovers of the already mixed salad because I don't think it's going to keep well. So I just did half a cucumber, which should be plenty for just the two of us for dinner tonight. I do have more cucumber and I will eat this as leftovers, but I'll just keep the component parts separate and mix them when they're fresh. So, because otherwise the cucumbers will let off liquid and just make it kind of like soft and not very good. So that's that. Then we've got our marinated onions here. I tried one of these. They're super good. And then of course the dressing, which we just made. So those all things will all go together. And that's basically dinner. So here's the finished product. Got the falafel here. Here's the salad, all nice and mixed. And then I'm keeping the onions and extra sauce out because I think I might have those separately. And then here is the homemade hummus. So that is dinner tonight.